Is your company certified against any quality and food safety standard? Do you face any issue when trying to define any requirement of the standard in a document or plan? If your answer is in yes, then this video is for you. It will give you an idea how to make the document or plan against the requirement of any standard and will define the difference between standard requirement, customer and legal requirement, company's own established management system requirement. Here in this video, we will discuss the plan part of PDCA. First of all, presenting the worldwide data of certified companies against major quality and food safety standards in order to let you know the importance of understanding these standards. According to the data present in official website of FSSC, that is fssc22000.com, there are 20,812 FSSC 22000 certificates worldwide and they are present in 154 countries. According to the information available in brcgs.com, there are 25,000 BRC certificates in 130 plus countries. In ISO official website, that is iso.org, till 2017, there are more than 1 million ISO 9001 certificates worldwide. ISO 22000 have 32,722 certificates and clients around the world. According to data available for IFS in ifs-certification.com, IFS issued 2,222 certificates worldwide. SQF has issued 9,450 certificates as per their website www.sqfi.com. So you can see the number of certifications around the globe. Either you own your company or working in any company, in any sector or in any department, you have to face the standards either in a shape of first party, second party or third party audits. Along with your core responsibilities, to comply the standard requirement is a mandatory part of your daily job. Many companies have either their own standard or they follow some international standards for compliance and certification. Now the question is, how do we make the specific plan from the requirement of the standard? When you read any line, any requirement of the standard, you will see it's like a general order. It's like a proposed destination and broader instruction about what the requirement aims to achieve overall. And it comes on top place. It gives you the broad spectrum instruction about what to do. But for how to do, you need to see and follow the following requirements. Number 1, legal requirements of the country of use and sale. Customer requirements. Establish your own specific requirements which must be justified and validated. Let's take an example of bottled drinking water company in Pakistan selling their products in Pakistan, and we try to apply one requirement of the standard here. In ISO 22000 or FSSC 22000 standard clause 8.5.1.3 says to describe the chemical characteristics of the product. You'll find the same requirement in IFS clause 2.2.3.1, BRC clause 2.3, SQF clause 2.3.5 and ISO 9001 clause 8.5. This is what standard says in general way what to do. But for specific explanation of what to do and how to do, we need to consult the legal standard of country of use and sale of the product first. Here in this example, product is selling in Pakistan, so we'll follow PS standard, that is PS 4639-2004, and it describes the chemical characteristics of bottled drinking water on page 3 in table 2 under title chemical characteristics of bottled drinking water. We just take one chemical for our example, that is sodium, and it's written here that maximum admissible concentration is 50 ppm. Now on second step, we will see if is there any customer specific requirement on sodium concentration, and if yes, it should be under the legal limits. For example, customer may demand for sodium concentration between 20 to 40 ppm. After that, organization's own management system comes in last, and if they want, they can define any concentration under the limit of legal and customer requirements. Example, they can set the limit in between 25 to 35 ppm. Now if you analyze, 25 to 35 ppm sodium concentration is complying with the customer requirement, legal requirement as well as standard requirement. So in this way, you can define all chemical characteristics of end product including sodium. Hope this video will help you to understand what to do in a first step as plan against any requirement of the standard. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give me your feedback, like and share this video. I will talk to you again on a new topic very soon. Till then, Allah Hafiz.